G'day folks, welcome to Zuccoli Aspire Market Update number 326. I'm very happy to be here today with Harmanus Lowe, who as we know is the project manager, and we've also got Mike with us, who you've met before from Costajig, and the guys have been frantically out here with the shovels getting everything ready for A1 and B1. Now, just before we get into things, guys, the reason why we do these vlogs is so that we can keep you updated on exactly what's going on. It's a very difficult process that we're going through here, and obviously during on FacePage and also with internal messaging that comes through, I get a lot of questions all the time in relation to how things are progressing, etc. The deal with these vlogs is that we stand here and we tell you exactly what we know, and as soon as we know it, we're getting it straight out to you guys. If nothing changes, I can't update you on anything that that I don't know, and these are the guys that I get it directly from. So you're very lucky today to be talking to them, and as you know, I think this is about our 12th vlog there or thereabouts, on the progress of what's going on with the development out here. Now, in saying that, Mike, before we get into A1 and B1, because I know you guys are waiting for it, so you're going to have to watch the end of it, on the weekend, mate.
Yeah, no, on Saturday we opened our park, so that was a beautiful park down on Bloodwood and Zuccoli, our very first park. So our goal with that park was to really, impress the children and inspire them.
It was a good day, wasn't it? 200 odd people came through.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we had a face painter and some food and jumping castle, and everyone had a really good time. So
and Harmanus had his Rottweilers there.
Well,
they were about this big. The old, what are they, mate? Yorkshires were out there. They were savaging everybody's ankles.
Oh yeah, terrible.
Now, as you can see, we're going to lead in now. We're going to talk about, right behind us, we've got A1 and B1, as you can see, with the hard hats and the high vis. Security conscious, we haven't been allowed on here unless we're actually wearing all this gear, for a reason. It's a construction site. And obviously everybody would like it not to be a construction site. It'd be great if we were standing here and saying, okay, construction's finished, what we call practical completion, or PC. That's what these guys have obviously the responsibility of delivering, so that then government can go through the processes, and we're going to talk about how that's progressing. Last night or yesterday afternoon, the guys on site, the construction guys, just told us they got about 12 inches of rain in about
53 mils.
53 mils in around, well, that's not 12 inches, but that's what I tell my, no, we won't even go into that. But the 12 inches of rain I'm going with, but there was a lot of rain out here, and we just drove through a heap of puddles, etc. That sets things back, and we know all those things. But tell us, we're not where we want to be, H. Where are we actually up to at the moment?
Well, all the work's done. All the work's done. We just need to seal the roads now.
Yep.
So we've got, as you can see, the majority of the roads are sealed.
Speak back to these guys. Majority of the roads are sealed.
Got two or three more roads to seal down the bottom end. They've got that earmarked to start on Friday, and hopefully on Monday to do the asphalting. So by Wednesday, we've been told they'll be finished. Now there's a bit of cleanup when we come back in January before we get all the authorities and sites. But that's it. So the first thing we do when we get in January is try and chase those titles. So I think we'll chase the PC next week, try and get that finished before we go on a break, and then when we come back in early next year, we'll chase the titles.
Okay, so where we were at the last vlog, we were saying PC by mid-December. We're at mid-December. This is why we're talking to you guys. We're chasing that now before we shut down for Christmas.
That's right. The rain set us back a little bit. There's been, not just yesterday, but there's been a bit of rain the last couple of days. So look, we are working hard to try and get that over the line. And our contractor's saying us they can get to next week. So
okay, so contractor's telling us that PC can get to next week. Now, for those of you guys who are going to run off and go, oh yeah, great, I'm going to have titles next week, that's not how it works, is it?
That's exactly
okay,
right.
So if PC happens next week, which we're hoping that it will, practical completion, we then hand over and we go through the process of inspections.
So what we've got to do is, and then we've already started this process, so we've preempted a lot of services that the authorities allow us to do the inspections now. So for instance, this morning we've got power and water coming out. We already had NBN, we already had all the fireys, we already had entomology. So we have a lot of the authorities that really need to sign off on our permit conditions. We've already had them on site and they've given us their clearances. So now what we need to do in January when we come back, we need to get City of Palmerston, the electrical guys, there's a few more that we need to get out here and do the inspections with. That takes about a week or two, and then we need to chase up the clearance documentation, submit that to the Business Consent Authority. They then sign off and give us our titles. So that takes about 2 to 3 weeks. So at this point we're aiming for, I'd say, probably early to middle of February before we can get our actual titles on our hands.
Now, if I think back to the last vlog, I think I actually said to the guys end of February for titles. So we're actually still, despite the fact that our PC is potentially about a week late, or you know, we've got other parts of the process that we're doing at this stage that potentially could facilitate that title issue faster.
That's right.
Okay. And at the end of the day for you guys, sorry to interrupt, at the end of the day for you guys, title is what you're talking about, because until you get title, you can't get your builders on site. So it doesn't matter to you when PC happens, doesn't matter to you when inspections happen, doesn't matter all those things. It's when title happens, and obviously the faster we get all those other things done, the quicker title happens.
Yeah, and I suppose when we talk about practical completion, once we've finished all the roads, we're nearly finished, as you can see, but once we've finished the construction works, that's when we stop and everything ceases, and after that it's a paperwork exercise. So I guess, so while everyone will see it's finished, it comes down to all the government authorities finishing those final certifications, inspections, and over the Christmas period, you know, some of them go on holidays, so it can be a bit challenging trying to get them here when we need them, hence the process that Manus was talking about, trying to bring some of those earlier and forward too.
So now, in saying that too, before we move off of that, when you guys see that it looks finished, don't start coming on site. Massive public liability issue until you guys hear that title is actually issued and that you're going through to the settlement process. You can't get on site, because currently that's a massive insurance. You can't get on site unless you're wearing all this stuff, you sign in at the site office, and you get the authority of everybody to be here, and that ain't easy.
So when the fences are up, we'll let everybody know again when they're ready to come on site.
Yeah. There's one other thing I've noticed on the previous stages, just in front of us now. Is one thing that the purchasers can do is talk to your builders, make sure that your designs are in with us for covenant approvals, so that you guys can go through that process to get your building permit, so that as soon as you get titles, you can settle and you can start building, because that takes time. So don't just expect that we get the titles and then you're going to start if you don't have your building permit yet. Your builder needs to make sure they come to us and get those plans approved. So we've got time now, send them to us. Let's make sure they signed off now, so when next year when we get our titles, you guys are ready to go.
A classic example of that, I hope you don't mind me using your name, Jackie Wise. One of the classic example of that was Jackie Wise. She's moving into her house today, or she's getting the key.
Congratulations,
today.
By the way.
This was in 1B, settled, had everything sorted out and organised with all the plans and everything. As soon as title happened, bang, they were on site, they were laying the slab, and bang, she's getting keys before Christmas. Well done, Jackie. That was something that obviously you're working towards, and that's fantastic. And that's the sort of organisation you can get done now in order to get the end process where you actually pick up your keys and walk into your house. Because when you get title, that doesn't mean you're moving into your house. And so there's a big process that goes along with that as well. All right, pretty hot out here. Yeah?
I'm melting.
Okay, you're melting. You guys can see what's going on behind there. Unfortunately, we have to give these guys a break for Christmas. You haven't cancelled it, have you, Mike?
Tried to.
The Grinch was going to cancel Christmas, but he hasn't cancelled Christmas. He's not a Grinch. He's going home with his little baby and going to have a great Christmas. Bought her anything special?
Yeah, well, not yet.
Don't tell her. She'll hear. All right, thanks, guys. Good to catch up again.
Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you for the support during the year. I know it's been a long wait, but we're almost there, and soon enough you guys will be in, and you can enjoy the parklands we're creating for you guys to come and sit and enjoy, obviously.
In recap, these are the points. PC, hopefully we're working towards that before Christmas. Same sort of date we anticipate for the titles, around about the end of February. Let's get building organised and get you guys into your house. Have a fantastic Christmas. Talk to you again soon.